Hi guys, I was doing my message of the day today and the numbers came up 2111 and 3111 and it took me right into getting back into the numbers of 123, of 144, and what was coming up was sometimes 1 doesn't come up as the masculine, but it comes up as in 123, source energy being 1, and then the 2 and 3 actually being the masculine and the feminine, which is very interesting. So the high priestess was coming up is also the higher self, and then the empress, which would then be the higher self of the masculine and feminine, both is the same, would be then referenced as the higher self of the empress. So source, higher self, and then the empress. So it was also coming up as 1, 2, 3 as the 1 of the leap, right? Because 1 is 2 dots connected by a line or arc, and then 2 is 2, and then 3 is that energy of the bird flying. So leap to fly, 1, 2, 3, jump. So that source energy to higher self to empress connection, and then the symbolism was coming up. So similar to the energy of the 4 elements, and then ether being the 5th element, but actually not number 5, but the collective. So the 4, as soon as the 4th element comes in, it becomes the 5 because that becomes the collective of the 4. The same kind of reference was coming up to the numbers 1, 2, 3, but instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, it was coming up as 0, 1, 2, 3 as the 4. So the symbol of the singularity of the circle with the dot in the middle was coming up as 0. And then the 1 is actually 2 because it's the 2 points with the line or arc connecting the 2 points. And then the 2 is the Q in script, which is the Q of conception, which then becomes the singularity point with that 1 connection, which becomes the 2. And then the 3, in block lettering, the 3 is the rolling stone, which is the 3, E, M, and W. They're all the same letter, just in different positions, which becomes the gift, the box. And then the ash always goes on top because the AE is the bow on top, which is also the bright light in Pleiadian. So this 4 picture symbolism was coming up of the circle with the dot, the 1 line, which is 2 dots, and then the Q, and then the gift, which looks like a window, but then the ash on top, the AE, which can be different symbolisms for the bow as well, because it can be AE as ash, but also 96 is just flipped the same as AE ash, and then 26 comes up also as the bow upside down, and then right side up bow comes up as 9E or perhaps GE. And actually GE came up again in today's messages as well. The AE also references Adam and Eve. Yeah, so those are the toppings that came up. But it comes up as the 0, 1, 2, and then the 3 is the whole package because 3 and 4 come in together as 1. Right, as soon as 3 comes in, just like in the elements, as soon as the 4th element comes in, the 5 comes in. So here it's 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, and then 3 comes in with 4 as like the 5th element because we're counting 0 here. So Adam's Eve is his equal or even. Adam's apple is his word, but the L added to word, which then becomes world, is the lambda or lambda father that completes his world from his word. The Adam's apple, his word, but the L, the lambda father, completes his world. So again, that connection of the masculine reaching out to source energy. And the number 4 is my lambda leap of the L and the 1, which makes the 4. And here the 0, 1, 2, 3 were coming up again as the 0 being the source point, leaping in to the 1, and then back to the middle in order to get to 0 point to connect back to the 3, which then is the 3, 4, which is then the whole package, right? So leaping in and then leap 4 is the leap out. It's the lambda leap back to source again. But again, not having to die to do that anymore. So the lambda leap, the lamb to father, and then the father to lamb in mother. Right? We jump in as a child. So source connects to the child within the mother's womb. And then as the lambda leap, the child, or then the innocent adult, then still reaches out to father to connect to the other side, but not through death. So the concept of 3 flying back to source via another dimension, where 4 equals the whole package, like the gift, like ether, 5 equals the whole package of the 4 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, with bright light that tops it off, outside our realm, which Ash and Pleiadian means bright light. So the 3 and the 4 come as a pair to come full circle in the rolling stone, that EM3W, the path of 1, where 3 is the key that opens the first, and it comes up as the iPad lock, or the cave. So remember, I did the 144 technical drawing, which I'm putting up here for you, where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is actually the 144. It's 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here again, they're referencing the first pod, or the 2, 3, 4, 5, is the iPad, the cave, the lower chakra system, where 3 is the key that opens the first pod lock. The 7 is the next key to open the 6, 9, 8 pod, which is the 2 peas in a pod. But this is the iPod, whereas the first section is the iPad. So the iPod is the next generation of the 144, which it's the 1 of source energy leaping in to the 4 and the 4, which come up as Atlas and Hercules, which is her harvest. Also the 1 and the 44, 44 is the 8, so it's the leap to the 8 dance, the leap to infinity and beyond. So the lower 4 is the lower chakra system, and the upper 4 is the upper chakra system. And then the numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is the second pod, and then completes as 10 on the other side. So we have 0, 1, and 1, 0 reflecting on either side of 2 through 9, which then brings up also the keys, which are 3 and 7, which is the 37 of the King of Cups and unconditional love, which 3 and 7 also equal 10. And if you put focus on the first set, 2, 3, 4, 5, the outer numbers 2 and 5 come together to make the potion bottle, the magic potion, and the 3, 4 are the complete package that's inside the potion bottle, that magic gift, which then takes you into the second pod of 6, 7, 8, 9, or the 6, 9, 8 pod, with the 7 being the key, the 2 peas in a pod, or twins. And again, remember the 10 is the first step into the next cycle, which is also 10 is the Wheel of Fortune, which is destiny, and destiny breaks down to of the path in the Y in the road, the 0 point field. So the gift is in the magic potion bottle of the 2, 3, 4, 5, which is the leap, which is 1, 2, 3 jump to purge. 45 is the purge, it's the 5 of Cups. And 23 is this year actually, right? The King of Wands. And it's referenced as the genie, or Gene, the gene in the bottle. That is the whole package, the gift in the potion bottle that you get from the first pod that you're in to get to enlightenment. And then the second pod, or the upper chakra system, is the 6, 9, 8 pod, which is the 8 in the pod, which is 2 peas in a pod, or the twins, which then becomes the love potion number 9, where 144, or 01, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which equals 10. If you add the numbers all together, they equal 10, which is also then 1, 4, 4, 1, which is one for all and all for one, where one for all is the whole with a W, and all, AWL for one, is then the whole maker on the other side. The 45 from the first section is the purge of the Five of Cups, which then leads to 46, which is the Six of Cups of the loving inner children going into the next cycle. And then the 4-6 references the space between of the 5, which is the middle, of freedom, change, and expansion, and the master of the hidden house, the Hierophant, the space between time out. So, and we'll take a look here at my 144 old technical diagram again as well. But yeah, there was very significant energy regarding that. And the 144 again, and just that understanding of the numbers 1 through 9. And yeah, and that was part of my message of the day from today. So I'll be presenting some of this also with my message of the day when I post that. But I just wanted to give a short synopsis of the energy of the 144 again. And hopefully that's helpful to somebody. Rise and be loved, guys. I'll see you soon. Have an amazing day.